Go Mouse Scouts, Episode 91.
You're listening to Go Mouse Scouts, where we're dedicated to helping you and your kids have a great time at the Disney parks, whether you're just starting out or a seasoned pro. My name is Megan.
No.
Wait, we've done this joke already, haven't we?
Probably.
Yeah, probably like 3 or 4 times. My name is Kris.
And I'm Megan.
And this week, we are talking about the ins and outs of the Jedi Training Academy at Disneyland. So, and also stay tuned at the end of the episode, because we're coming up on 101 episodes. We're going to be announcing a contest that we're going to have as well. So, I know, right? 101 episodes, kind of like 101 Dalmatians.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But I digress. Dalmatians have nothing to do with Jedi, so
no.
Let's get into the Jedi Training Academy. All right, so now it used to be that you could...
Hold on. Some of our listeners might not know what the Jedi Training Academy is.
Good point.
So the Jedi Training Academy is the chance for your kid, not you, your kid, ages 4 to 12, to get to fight, to learn how to fight like a Jedi. They get to wear a little robe, and they get to have a lightsaber, and they get a little certificate at the end, and they actually they go through training with some Jedi, and then they actually get to fight a bad guy. I think currently they have Kylo Ren and some... person.
I think her name is Ventress. I think she's from Rebels, which we have not seen any Rebels yet. We've only seen what is up on Netflix, which is the Clone Wars. So
we're behind.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So anyway, now you can continue.
Okay. Now it used to be people think that you can just show up at the times that the Jedi Training Academy is to be taking place, and that your kid will be able to just be chosen to go up and this and that. It used to be that way, but they've changed it. I don't know how long it's been.
I think it was last year.
Was it last year?
Maybe it was the end of the previous year.
Okay. But there's a different thing you have to do to sign up for it. And
right.
Megan,
nowadays,
you know a little more about that.
Nowadays, that needs to be your first stop of the day. Like, as soon as you get there, preferably you are, of course, coming in at rope drop. Mm-hmm. But as soon as you get there, you need to head over into Tomorrowland towards Autopia. And the circular building that's across from Autopia, the big giant one that used to hold Innoventions, and now holds the Star Wars launch bay. If you go over near Autopia, you will see the line and the sign-up area to sign up for one of the times for the Jedi Training Academy. Mm-hmm. And they have a sign out that tells you which times are available. So, as those times fill up, then they'll remove those. So if you come later, there might not be any slots left.
So first come, first serve.
Right. And they won't let your kid participate unless you have the little coupon that they're going to give you.
Okay. So it's kind of like a fast pass. You want to hold on to that.
Right.
Now, how many times do they do the Jedi Training Academy? Do you?
I think it depends on the day. Mm-hmm. It's like 5 or 6 times.
Okay, so
it's a decent amount of times, and they take more kids now than they used to. Now that they're doing this pre-sign up thing, mm-hmm. They take about 30 kids at a time.
Okay.
So, so you go and you sign up, and you have to sign up for each kid that wants to do it. If you have a 6-year-old and a 10-year-old, and the 10-year-old wants to do it, and the 6-year-old doesn't decide that they want to do it until right before the show, mm-hmm. They're out of luck.
Right.
So
we had an instance like that with Ginny, didn't we?
Oh yeah, because Kit wanted to do it and Ginny didn't.
Right.
And then right before it, Ginny's like, "Oh, I want to do it too," and we're like, "Sorry."
Out of luck.
Yep.
Up a creek without a paddle, or lightsaber, as it were.
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't really want a lightsaber on a canoe anyway, would you?
I don't think that would work very good.
Yeah. You'd get like a holy canoe.
If you were putting it inside the
somewhere,
canoe.
But I can't tell. Okay. So there are some things that you'll want to consider with it. I mean, we mentioned kind of what goes on. The Jedi will train your kids in a little sequence of events, and like moves or whatever in what's going to happen. And then Darth Vader, it used to be Darth Vader, it's Kylo Ren now. And they have a little bit more of a storyline around it. But basically, the youngling, the young kid gets to square up and face off with one of the bad guys, and it's 1-on-1. Mm-hmm. So
and they do have one of the Jedi Masters helping them, telling them which way to move their lightsaber. And, depending on the kid and how well they follow directions, that's sometimes very hilarious. Like the kid who's told, okay, right shoulder, and they hit Darth Vader in the left knee. Yeah. And they're told, okay, left shoulder, and they hit Darth Vader in the left knee. Mm-hmm. And that's just like the only place they hit. Or you get the little tiny ones that can't even reach the guy's shoulder with their lightsaber.
Right. Yeah. And, they kind of just like go with the flow anyway.
It's great. They really make it. They make it a wonderful experience for the kids, and it's fun watching the older ones who just look so serious about it. It's great.
We, I think we have video from our phone of Kit doing this, so we'll see if we can find that and post that in the show notes that you guys can check out, and you'll be able to find that at gomousescouts.com/091 for episode 91. Now it is a little bit intimidating. So I mean, they are. I mean, the bad guys are life size. Super tall and intimidating.
Very intimidating looking. I mean, just as intimidated looking as you would expect Darth Vader or Kylo Ren to look. So the first time that Kit did it, he freaked out and started crying. And they brought him back over to us, and he was actually one of 3 kids in that particular showing that freaked out and couldn't go through. So
yeah,
it does happen, especially if your kid is on the younger side of things. Think really hard about whether or not they're actually ready for it. Maybe let them watch it first before you've signed up for it, or if you're going to be there for more than one time or more than one day or whatever.
Right.
It can be really scary when you're a little kid, and especially when you don't quite have that grasp on what's fantasy and what's not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, this is where YouTube videos would come in handy.
Yeah, sure. Of course, depending on the age of the kid. In some ways, I feel like the YouTube videos are like, man, they take away all the surprise and all the suspense of, all the things that you can watch on YouTube now. But on the other hand, for some kids, they don't want the surprise and suspense. They just want to know exactly what they're going to expect. And that's what they need in order to be comfortable. And
right. Yep.
Now, he had watched it many times before he actually got up there to do it. So in this case, watching it ahead of time wouldn't have helped.
Yep.
So, but you're not only does your kid need to be in the right age range, you need to think that they're not, going to be freaking out at, getting to battle their nemesis, but also your child has to be able to separate from you decently. Because, so the way that it works now is you are told to come back at a certain time that's like, is it like half an hour or 20 minutes or something before the showtime?
Something like that.
And so you head back over to where you had originally signed up, and you show them your coupon, and they line up the kids, and then they told the parents, you guys have to stay over here. So the kids are lined up all by themselves, and they put on their robes, and they get to have, they give them their lightsabers, and then they tell the parents, okay, now go on over to the theater area and find a seat.
It's kind of like dropping your kids off at school.
Yeah.
Ish.
So, especially if you have a kid on the younger side, or a kid who's really, nervous about being in a situation by themselves.
Or if you homeschool and they're not used to being dropped off at school, that could come into play as well. Yeah.
So, there's all kinds of things that you need to consider with that too. So then they'll troop the kids in, and they set them out on a little circle, and that's their spot. And they get to, interact with the Jedi, and they get to learn the moves and everything. And it is a real show. So even if you're not going to participate in it, it can be really fun to just go and watch the kids do it. Because there's always going to be something funny that happens because, kids.
Yep. And kids are great. They do, and they say the darndest things, don't they?
They do. When Ginny did it, the one time that she's gone, she was dressed as Elsa.
Right, nice.
So she gets up there, and it's her turn, and she's looking like really freaked out. And the Jedi Master says, "Are you scared?" And she nods, and he says, "Just let it go." And Don't hold it back anymore.
Oh, man.
And the whole audience just like cracked up. And that was like enough to get her to, get up there. It was like, okay, it kind of broke the spell and she was good. But that was so funny.
Good stuff. So it is a lot of fun. It's something that, your kids will probably, definitely enjoy. But you can't just go there and, during the showtime and expect to go in. There is a little more preparation involved. And you said that they'd actually taken that from
Disney
from
World.
how they do that at Disney World.
That's how they've done it that way at Disney World for quite some time now, where you've had to sign up ahead of time for the show times.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I assume that they went, okay, this is working really well over here. Let's try this over, here. And it also eliminates the disappointment of, we've shown up to the last 3 show times and didn't get picked.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So...
Yep.
Or, this was our very last chance before we finish off our vacation to try and, and we still didn't get picked. So, yeah.
Now, if only you could go somewhere and sign up to be the rebel spy on Star Tours.
Right?
Right? Right, Rich Wolowski, you know what I'm talking about. He's the guy from, oh my gosh,
Skywalking.
Skywalking Through Neverland. Oh, man, those guys are great. You should check out their show. A lot of fun. If you love Star Wars and you love Disney, you'll definitely love their shows. So, all right, well, we are coming up on 101 episodes, and we alluded at the beginning of this episode that we are going to be doing a contest. And so... This is going to be going on for a little bit longer than a month, it looks like, because our 101st episode is going to land
March 6th.
Yeah, March 6th. There you go. So basically, what we're going to be giving away a Disneyland Resort gift bag kind of thing. We're going to, find some fun things to put in there, maybe a couple souvenirs, this and that, some things that you can also only get at Disneyland that you won't be able to find somewhere else. So we're going to try and find some cool exclusive items and stuff as well. And, we're still trying to figure out what we're going to put into it, but it's going to be a lot of fun. You guys are going to love it. And here is what you can do to enter. Since we're going to have a contest, we decided we're going to use it to try and build our Facebook group. And basically that's a place we're trying to build a community around what we're doing with Go Mouse Scouts. And so we've created this group, which you can find by visiting gomousescouts.com/FB group. And it's a private group, which means you'll have to request to, become a member, and, we'll let you in. But to enter the contest, what we want you to do after you become a member is to add a friend and then go into the pinned post at the top of the Facebook group. And if you're looking at this on your phone, it's not as evident, but you'll find a little thing that says view pinned post. So what you do is you add a member and then tag them in that pinned post, which will be about the contest. And each person that you add and then tag will be an entry into the contest, and we will announce the winner on our 101st episode. So yeah, all right. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Nope.
No. So come join our group. It's mostly going to be centered around, visiting the Disney parks with kids and stuff, but, general Disney talk and this and that, and, interacting with members is definitely encouraged. What do we have? About 50 something members right now. And we have a little bit of engagement going on and a little bit of, conversation, but, we really want this to be a place where you guys can go to, come hang out, interact with other Disney fans and other families that are going into the Disney parks with their kids. You can ask questions, you can give tips, you can, share fun experiences, photos, whatever it may be. So come join us. It's a lot of fun. Other than that, you can email us at fun@gomousescouts.com. And we're also on Twitter and Facebook. our handle is at Go Mascots. So thank you guys so much for listening. Good luck in the contest. We look forward to interacting with you guys online. Take care.
Testing 98. Papa, what's it?